Good evening, our unemployed youth. This is Nomfundo Nyakane, your host for today. Namhlanje, the topic you see is written lazy South African youth. I am not saying you lazy. That is what's said about you, that you are lazy. You don't want to be employed. You want to sit in a tavern and you want to drink and you want to do all these things. However, I've been looking at the news these days, following what's happening in Parliament with regards to the SETAs involving indaba skills development that concerns you. My concern is that you as the youth, sometimes Nani, you behave as if you're not interested. These things are not affecting you. Are you following up on what's happening in Parliament recently? I recently discovered myself, Uti, what's happening in Parliament directly affects okay, I've always known, but I'm just saying in terms of, I've always said, these kids, they fail. There was a point in my life when I did interviews with regards to our TEFL colleges, and I would go, oh, they're failing, but to about 40%, 50%. And then why aren't they pushing for 80%, 90%? Not aware of the challenges that you as the student face, whether also university, whether you're at a TEFL college, wherever you are, where you're supposed to get your qualification, the challenges that you face every day in and day out. In NAFSAS, the late payments. In NAFSAS, not paying accommodation on time. In NAFSAS, paying through a third party that does not disperse EMA payments on time. Students being derated. I only found all these things out from watching a Parliament. So I'm hoping that you guys will follow up. I actually wanted to do an episode where I spoke about the SETA panel, about the minister's lies. Well, then I told myself, but let me not do it, because information overload now, it becomes a problem in its own way. People stop paying attention. But please follow what's happening on Parliament with the committee portfolio of higher education, or follow all the other podcasters that are talking about this, that have summarized this nicely for you. I've also been made aware with regards to what's happening in terms of that look after that, basically that have been given these colleges to look after. Some classes, some courses, they don't even have teachers. Some places, some TVET colleges, they don't even have simple things like Wi-Fi, So then is affect you, the unemployed youth. You get your qualification with the best marks that you can, so that you can compete out there. So now, if as the unemployed youth, people are saying things about you, but you are lazy, you don't want to be employed, then it's time that you did something about it. You can't sit there and think, manna from heaven, people are going to stop talking, a job is going to land on your lap. No, you have to do something about it. It is up to you to listen to what's happening. It's up to you to come up with solutions. We can't be a nation whereby we are just sitting and we are crying and we are complaining and we are doing all these things and no one cares and no one is saying anything about it. The outcry with regards to, do you know why there's so much outrage with regards to the minister's appointment of the secret panel? Do you understand how it affects you? These are the things that you, as an employed youth, you must care about. Skills development is very, very important, because you're competing against everyone. You're competing against your peers, you're competing against other countries, you are competing, the job market, you can see the rate of unemployment, it is so high, it is ridiculously high. I think it's the highest in I don't know how many years, so it's basically an employer's market, whereby I think in my previous topics I've always discussed about employer exploitation, because it is an employer's market, so the employers can pick and choose. So it is up to you whether you're going to make sure that you fall under the best. You make sure that you get the highest marks. Don't aim for that 50, aim for that 90. I know our government somehow it has from high school mabati 33.3% to pass your matric. The reality is, with your 33.3%, what about the balances in the ongasas? So you need to aim higher. I'm not saying if that is what you are capable of, you are stupid. You are not stupid, but you can do better. We can't keep blaming the system if we are not contributing towards, bettering ourselves. Nami, as a parent, I do encourage my kids to make sure we try to get higher marks. I've managed interns for many years and I've managed graduates for many years. I've always encouraged people to don't settle for the pass mark. The pass mark, you're competing with your peers and then you won't be able to be employed. So please just follow up with regards to what's happening at Parliament with the Committee of Higher Education. It is for your benefit. It is for your benefit to understand what's happening. It is for your benefit to understand which people are going to be held accountable. You cannot be sitting here and thinking it has nothing to do with you. Yes, it's okay from time to time to watch celebrity news. It is okay, but it's also okay to follow up on current trends. I wanted to post, but I didn't post. I'm hoping that you do what's best for you. Okay, for now, basically I was telling you the last time I taught English as well. I still do. I still teach English. Some people want to know, how do you start teaching English? First, you need to get yourself the certificate TEFL as teaching English for a foreign language. So you need to get that certification. Yes, there are some places that you can go where you can sit physically and be taught, and then you have to pay a certain fee. However, some of you are not in the position you can go physically to a certain place where you can be taught, basically where you can get your certification. However, there's a cheaper way. As long as you've got your laptop, your computer, and you've got your Wi-Fi, even from your phone at the moment while you attend this course, you go to Teacher's Record, you go to TEFL, you attend the courses. From attending the courses, then you'll see at the end of attending all those different modules under that course, you write the final test. But in between the courses, they also test you out, and then at the end of it all depends. You can pace yourself. Others take a month, others take 2 weeks, others take 3 weeks. It all depends on you. Once you've covered all your course, and then obviously you'll get your certification. And then next week I'll tell you which schools and how to apply with the different schools for your online teaching. We'll also discuss the opportunities that some of you might want, which you don't want to teach online, you want to physically go to those countries. We need to cover things, the advantages and the disadvantages of going to a foreign country to work there, whether as a teacher for English or as an au pair. It's up to you what you would like to do, but it's something that we might cover because we have to discuss the advantages and the disadvantages. Okay, on a lighter note, not even on a lighter note, on a serious note, please follow what's happening in Parliament. It concerns you. If people are saying you are lazy and you don't take the time to learn what's happening, matters that concern you every day, day in and day out, then you shall forever be considered lazy and forever be reacting to situations that are happening. Be proactive. Go out there, find information. Some of you want to start businesses. There's something that we'll cover on at a later stage. I know I'm rambling, but I'm just so excited about the SETA thing. Uguti, finally someone is exposing it. And then, don't forget, Teacher Record. We teach records for your English. Thank you so much. Signing out. Bye.